Good evening.
Good evening, everyone. Hi, my name is Nikki, and welcome to Paranormal Perth PWA Chat. With me is I have lovely my co-host Nick Muley from Chicago. How you doing, Nick?
Doing all right. It's been a pretty busy day for me, but other than that, it's been pretty good.
So, for people that don't know about Nick, do you want to kind of explain to people who you are and what you do?
Yeah, just give me once. I'm sorry. I'm sending the
It's okay.
I'm sending out to the message to Robert. This is why we got to eventually create a new intro so we don't have to have necessarily the 30-second one. So
It's
if you
okay.
have
It's all
ideas
good.
for what you want to envision a intro to be, I can probably most likely make it for you, Nikki.
Oh, awesome. That'd be lovely. Thank you, Nick.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Nick's doing that. I'll quickly chat about myself.
Yeah, yeah.
Hi, my name is
If
Nikki,
you
and I am from.
yourself for just like a minute or so, I'll be ready. So give me a minute here.
Hi guys, my name is Nikki, and I'm from Paranormal Perth here in Western Australia, from the land down under. And I decided to create Paranormal Perth back in 2021. I was with another team called Night Watchers Paranormal Australia, and I was one of their representatives for Perth. We decided to go separate ways, which is totally fine. Also, big shout out to Dan Ricard and Pete, and hey Kate, hey Chris, and yeah, decided to create Paranormal Perth, and didn't realize there was another town called Perth in the US. So I was like, okay, better put WA. And yeah, we've been investigating locations around here in Perth. And yeah, I decided to join Things Network probably about 4.5 years ago. So it's been a while. Yeah, through lovely Nick, we just started talking and he offered me to be a host on one of his shows. So decided to do that. And yeah, if you guys have any questions in the comments below, don't hesitate to ask because this is a free chat. Just a little bit of a thing that I always say on my shows and when we're investigating. Respect is a big thing, especially for Nick and myself and any other co hosts. Bullying and harassment will never be tolerated in any way, shape, or form. So if you're going to do that, this is not for you.
Exactly. That's very well said. So I agree
Thank
with that
you.
100%. Um, Obviously, seeing Kate and Chris in the chat. Chris was going to originally come on with us, but he said he had family coming out. So unfortunately, I told him,
That's
unless anything changes, the link will be
all
out
good, Chris.
from. But unfortunately, he won't be able to join us at this time. So
That's okay.
yeah, for now, I mean, it'll just be just for now. It'll probably just be the two of us. But yeah, like I said, I know I've said it, but I'll say it again for any newcomers who are watching about how I got into the paranormal. I mean, I've been doing it now for 20 years, which I still can't believe it's gone by so quick. And there's Joe here too. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
But yeah, I've been doing this now for 20 years and still counting. And obviously, as you recently saw, just about 2 weeks ago, I finally went on my first investigation in over a year and a half. I've been at, which
Oh,
was at
wow.
the Old Lake County Jail. Which, man, I got to tell you, that was a really good investigation. It was hot. It was hot as hell in there, but it was great to officially be back doing the work. And we didn't really collect a lot, but we definitely had a lot of experiences at that jail. So it's definitely no wonder why the Old Lake County Jail is one of my favorite locations to investigate.
Yeah, that's definitely on my bucket list. I've got a whole bucket list over in the US I have to tick
Yeah,
off.
I can
Eventually,
tell
we'll
you,
get there.
I can tell you right now, whenever you have the chance of coming out to the U.S. and if you wanted to check out the Old Lake County Jail, which by the way, that's not even that far away from me. It's only an hour and a half drive from my house, so it's not even that far at all. And the price for it is just fantastic. I mean, a lot of these haunted locations that a lot of us want to go to have an extremely high price. Now, I understand the case, like if it's for restoration or fixing up a location, that's one thing. But if it's like a location that they're just truly making money off of, that's kind of like that's just not a good thing to do. So, but in this case with the jail, what other locations out there can you do an investigation like this for just $25? So it's
Wow.
not, yeah, it's only $25. And what other locations gives you such a price like that? So that's
No.
what I really admire. And also just one other word of note, because it had been 2 years since I've been in the jail, and the pickle tops in the chat.
Good
Uh,
time. Come and
hope you're
join.
feeling better. Tom. You heard about what happened to him, right?
No.
He had kind of a work accident yesterday. He got
No.
stung on the forehead by a hornet. Yeah. So yeah, and he showed us. I don't know if he sent the
Good
pictures. In
time.
fact, the thing's network chat. So his face is kind of a little bit swollen up, but he's already recovering. But
Oh wow.
not fun to be stung by a hornet. Those are pretty nasty.
Oh, poor people, Tom.
Yeah, I know. So
So for people that sorry, Nick. So for
no, no,
people
you
that don't
go
know
ahead,
who
go ahead,
Tom
go ahead.
is, runs his own show called This Is Tom's World, and also he joins us on other networks like Things Network and also BB3. So shout out to Pickle Tom.
Yeah, and make sure to subscribe to his channel. This is Tom's World. Oh wait, Joe said. Hold on one second here. Oh, Joe says he'll be coming on. You after eating
Yay!
shrimp. Okay, so Joe will be coming on. All right, that's good. Um,
Awesome.
oh wait, hang on. Got a lot to say about fees and prices. Yeah, yeah. This is going to be kind of
That's cool.
just this will pretty much be another kind of open chat tonight, Joe.
Yeah.
So yeah, we could talk basically about whatever.
Anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So while we're waiting for Joe to arrive, what I was going to say about the jail too, because unfortunately I wasn't able to take any pictures when we were investigating, but the jail, as like as nice as it looks from the outside, it's actually looking so much better on the inside, because when you go to a lot of these haunted and historic locations, a lot of times, a lot of
Sorry.
no, bless you. A lot of times, these places are kind of falling apart. Parts of the ceiling are falling or walls falling apart. The jail was kind of like that for the longest time. In fact, the upper portion of the jail was was sealed off. Like nobody was allowed to go up there unless you were part of the restoration team. So, uh, for years we never could go up there. When we went 2 weeks ago, I had found out that not only was that area now finally a place that we could access to, but I was amazed how much restoration on the jail has been fixed up. I mean, it was just so much has been cleaned. Like even the broken pieces of ceiling were cut down, and there was also for like I said, you see this in a lot of these historic locations, but there was also like a lot of grime covering the walls, and you often
Yep.
normally it's never a good idea like when rainwater is getting into a building, but the jail, considering its age, a lot of the rain was starting to get into the building. This was one of the few times that it was actually a beneficial effect, not necessarily with flooding, but it was washing a lot of that grime away. So it was, I'm just amazed how much the jail has been cleaned out. It's becoming a much better location to really access to. So again, Nikki, when you get the chance of coming out here, I think this will definitely be a location you will not be disappointed with.
Definitely would love to come to the US eventually. We'll be there one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just see here. Oh, Tom said that. Oh, yeah. Okay. So
Yeah,
yeah, Tom
absolutely.
said he's getting better now on that. So, but as far as other investigations are going, we still don't have. I don't have anything else coming up. Although I do have a few more Paracons coming up for the rest of the year. Nothing during the month of August, but definitely in September, which our next one is Silcon. Hey Ed, good to see you here. So there's a couple paranormal related events that are upcoming within the next month or two.
Oh, wow. Out of all the locations that you investigated, what is the most scariest location you've been to?
The scariest location was, well, and here's the funny thing: it was not. a publicly accessed location, and we talked about it before, but I'll bring it up
Mhm.
again anyway. Is the residential house that we came across in Kent, Ohio, and that was where I had that attachment that followed me, involving that woman that I was telling you about
Mhm.
previously. That was probably the even though this was just like a typical residential home, although it was of historic status. Um, that was probably the first location I think I actually was. I mean, normally I never get worried or concerned or nervous about certain locations because I'm always ready for it. But this was probably the first time where I actually got kind of a little bit scared because I knew about what
Mhm.
happened in the house involving its history and also involving the college students that lived there 20 years ago that later they didn't they actually made an appearance on the episode on an episode of the show Paranormal Witness. So
Okay.
knowing from watching the episode from what they had encountered, I was kind of concerned that I would have ended up going through the same fate that those college kids dealt 20 years ago, and very closely I did. Now, a lot of people have always asked me like where exact. I know I said it's in Kent, Ohio, but a lot of people have asked me where the actual notice that I don't reveal the exact location of the house.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's for two reasons. One, it's because to this day it is still a residential house. It's not one that you could just simply walk up to. And secondly, considering the very negative energy from that house and just the almost just an almost evil feeling is that unless whoever lives there now is calling for help, for the most part, I never want anyone to find that house because
Yeah.
the last thing I'd want them to deal with is to follow the same dark path that the college
Mhm.
students and myself went through. Although I later found out that from another investigator from Ohio that that house is not the only house that's said to have activity.
Mhm.
He told me almost the entire neighborhood is plagued with a lot of activity. Now, I'm sure it's probably that's got to be like an exciting thing for a lot of investigators out there because there's all these different haunted locations. And while most of these houses, are kind of overlooked for lack of a better term, or in other words, if the neighbor, I mean, although this neighborhood the entire neighborhood was haunted, this was probably the one house that had the most negative activity. It's like
Mhm.
you always, like you always see a lot of these times you have some of the good ones and the bad ones, but usually they're not that dangerous. But then you do have
Mhm.
that one entity or location that's the worst out of all of them. And that's
Yeah.
probably so this neighborhood in Kent was probably the most perfect example of such a case like that.
Wow. I'm just looking at some of the comments.
Yeah, I'm just putting them
Um,
up what Ed just said. It probably would have to be the same. Well, actually, no. I mean, it did
mm,
really affect me, but another one that really affected me. So this was actually something that occurred, ironically, exactly almost 10 years ago. Where and I just want to say before I say it, this is
yeah.
something that contrary to what everybody hears, especially on TV, especially when people claim, especially someone like Zach, who claim that
Yeah.
everything is a demon and everyone wants it to be a demon. Well, to be fair and perfectly honest, I've had an actual encounter with that, and contrary to what everybody says, it is not a pleasant experience. It's not even something that to this day that I'm even still proud of experiencing. It would it's almost it's like I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, and
Yeah.
it's something that I actually really hope I never have to experience again. We did another residential case, this time located in Evanston, and this was when we were back at the when I was back with the old team that sadly we're no longer together with. But we got called by a family who said that they were experiencing a lot of unexplained phenomena. And although we only went to this house just for 2 days, and
Yeah.
so the first day, obviously, we did the investigation, and we also did a ghost box session in which we recorded multiple voices that I've never heard before. We also had a video. We also had video footage of it too, although I do not have the footage because it was shot by one of the other investigators' cameras. So he had the footage. I don't know whatever he. I don't know what he did with the footage if he even still has it. So, but the next time that we went back, we were going to just come in just to do a cleansing because one of the guys brought sage. I brought holy water because it was a Roman
Yeah.
Catholic family, and that was the original intention. But to make a long story short, we knew that there was again we were dealing with multiple entities, some positive, some negative, but we had again one really bad one, the most dangerous of them all. And when we finished up the cleansing of the house, you know, we always made sure to do the outside too, not just the inside of the house. And when we went out to the backyard and we realized that whatever it was that was haunting this house had a real attachment to one of the kids, which this he was actually 20, but you know, it was a college age kid.
Yeah.
And so they did their saging and I swear to God I'll never forget this, but this would end up becoming the first time I've ever seen a possession in person. And it's not like what you see in, there is some similarities, but it's not exactly like
Yeah.
what you see in like The Exorcist, for example. This kid, his
Mm-hmm.
eyes rolled white, and then they came back, and he just looked so angry. And they had his eyes kind of had a blackish tint to them, and his voice kind of became kind of a gravelly kind of sound. So we knew at
Yeah.
that point that it was definitely no longer him anymore.
Yeah.
And I never, to be clear, because I know a lot of people
Yeah.
always, is a lot of criticism and controversy. This actually ended up turning into an exorcism. Now,
Wow.
I never took part in it. I just happened to witness the entire thing, and even I knew at that time that was probably even I knew we were going too far with this because we were
Sure.
not authorized
Yeah.
to perform one. So it was it was scary without a shadow of doubt. Although the entire exorcism, for the most part, it seemed like an eternity, but I think the entire ritual lasted maybe only about 2 minutes. But
Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget the look on the kid's face. He just
Yeah.
had this nasty, like, I just really want to get my hands on you kind of thing. So
Mm-hmm.
I would say that was the one that really affected that had the most effect on me. And that is definitely, I would probably say, one of the very few cases I would say that that was truly a demonic case that we were dealing with. So,
Yeah.
like I said, everyone out there who thinks that, trying to experience or encounter a demon, it's when you,
Please.
my advice I would say is that when you see something like that, and when you see something else taking possession of somebody, those eyes roll white and then they come back as these black, shards of night, if you will. Hey, Carlos, hey, Tom. When you see that kind of thing, it changes you and your beliefs forever. No,
Mm-hmm.
you never look at things the same way again. And that was, like I said, that is still something to this day that I'm still not proud of that I experienced.
Well, thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Good
I
time.
actually tried writing. Oh, I'm sorry, Nikki. Go ahead.
No, you're right. You can go. Yeah,
No,
you're
no,
saying hi to everyone.
I was just gonna say I forgot. I actually tried to write a story about the experience, not to make a full book because first off, it wouldn't be that long of a story, and I think I still have the story written on a document somewhere, but unfortunately, I never finished it. So
Yeah.
I think this was definitely a lot more than what we were bargaining for. So that again,
Mm-hmm.
it's no joke when you so all the stuff you hear about demonic related act, I actually call it more diabolical stuff than demonic because
Yeah.
diabolical could reference anything, whether it's human or non human. So
Right.
to encounter the real thing, it's not. it's not as exciting as everyone thinks it is.
Yeah, you don't really. That's something you don't really want to counter.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
what Ed just said. He just said, you don't even see people the same way. I have, after
Mm-mm.
this type of situation, and he's absolutely right.
Yeah.
I never looked at things the same way again. And this is also another controversial fact about when it comes to these exorcisms is, they're still controversial to this day as they were like 50 to 100 years ago, because we often hear a lot of times like some exorcisms they do not end well.
Mm-mm.
People died as a result
Yeah.
of some of these possessions. So when we knew this kid was possessed, I knew his life was on the line. Because the other thing a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people don't realize is an exorcism like that can be very painful, or even worse, it can be fatal. And that was probably more scarier than the actual exorcism or what we were experiencing itself, because I came to that shocking and horrific realization that if he didn't survive by the end of this, not only us, the family too, all of us, I mean, pretty much everyone involved, we all could have ended up going to prison for murder. So, I'm definitely glad that never happened, of course.
Yeah. Hopefully he's all right. What other comment? Something about positivity.
Well, we got about 8
Um.
people watching.
Yeah. So with myself, visually, I've seen a lot of stuff. So for people that don't know, I'm a medium clairvoyant. So fun times. But yeah, probably the most scariest thing was I believe it was a skinwalker situation, and yeah, not good. I was at a tunnel. It's called Swan View Tunnel here in Perth, and I actually thought it was one of my team members. I'm like, hang on, my team member doesn't move that way. And then he kind of like turned black, and it kind of morphed into this weird shadow. It kind of like went up the wall and then turned and then kind of went back into the wall. Yeah, that was not fun. Positivity, Kalamunda Hotel. So that is one of the most haunted locations here in Perth. Every time I go there, it's like walking in a home. It's I walk in there, say my intentions, they play with some of our equipment. We never force them to. We always go, hey, if you want to play with some of our equipment, we have some equipment you want to play with, you're more than welcome to. And activity just goes pretty nuts. But yeah, always feel like a home there. I just walk in there and have a chat with them, and always positive, nothing negative there. So, and we always come up with good intentions while we're investigating.
Carlos makes a good point. Skinwalkers is another full, ball game at the end, because
Yeah,
they're definitely not something to be messed around with.
yeah, no, no. And as I saw it at the time, I didn't want to freak out my team
Yeah.
because I had a few new team members on my team, so I didn't want to be like, hey, by the way, there's a skinwalker standing up behind you. So yeah, I was kind of like, hey, how about we investigate this way? And I'm just like, set my intentions. I'm like, you can't follow, you can't attach, you need to remain here. But obviously with more of a force.
Yeah. I mean, I got to admit, that's really interesting, because I've always thought for the longest time when it came to skinwalkers that they were a type of cryptid. See, I didn't even think they were cryptids until recently. I thought they were just in a different category, like with witches and whatnot. But
Mm-hmm.
I understand now they can be considered part of the cryptid category, because they are technically in some way like a monster. I
Yeah.
always thought for the longest time that it was mainly restricted to like the southwestern United States, but I've now recently learned that it's not just restricted to that area. In fact, there was a skinwalker encounter not that we were involved with. It was in fact featured on an episode of that show, These Woods Are Haunted, where there was a
Mm-hmm.
skinwalker that happened down in southern Illinois. And I even thought to myself, well, that's unusual, because normally they're usually encountered in the Southwest near the Navajo terrain, where the Native Americans, like some of the
Yeah.
reservations are. But now it's just interesting. Now I'm hearing they're coming from other parts of the country. They're even coming from other countries themselves. So it just goes to show, that they've really expanded, if you will, to other
Mhm.
areas that you probably would never think twice you would ever have an
Yeah.
encounter like that. So, let's see what Carlos said.
Yeah.
Encountered one between 7 to 8 feet tall, white, grayish color, moved so quick. Yeah, I heard they're said to be very fast.
Yeah, they're quick. Oh, thank you, Mark.
All right, let's see. The comments are really. Uh,
Carlos, if you want to
I
join,
was
you're more than
hearing.
welcome to, mate.
Yeah, Carlos, if you want to join, I'll send you a link. Hey, Mark, good to see you.
You can join us too if you like.
Swan, Ohio. I'll send the link just so that way he has it. So give me one
Really,
sec.
Tom? We're not that type of show, mate.
Yeah.
Ooh,
We have no objection to if you're just watching, but actually coming on, no thanks.
yeah. If you want to do that in your own house, that's cool. If you want to walk around nude, that is totally fine. But yeah, we're not that type of paranormal show, thanks. Um, yeah, no problem. All good, Carlos.
Yeah, take your
What
time. The
else?
link's already
Yeah.
open. I send you the link, so whenever you're ready.
So yeah, about me. Probably the most scariest thing is here. Oh my god, I can't speak. Someone's trying to come through, and it's driving me insane. It has to do
Oh,
with colors.
jeez.
Um, Please not now. Go away. Thank you. I do not want to speak. You need to back off. Thank you. Um, when probably the most scariest thing is witnessing your mate being attacked, and you'll stand there and you go, I don't know what the to do. So yeah, I met Jason from the Afterlife party the very first time. Hey, Jason, at Sunset Hospital. And it used to be a facility for soldiers, homeless people, veterans during the war, World War One and World War Two. And then they closed it, I believe, in 1990 ish. Um, and what had happened was two teams. So it was Afterlife Party, myself, and we separated. This place is massive. I think you've got a photo of it, Nick.
Yeah,
Um,
I do.
and
I'm gonna search for it.
And anyway, we had separated. There was myself, um, Anika and Gordon at the time, and then there was Jason and Kat. And we're like, okay, we're going to separate. So we're kind of like wing one, wing two. All I got to say, walkie talkies, you've got to have them on because this is a safety thing too. And anyway, gave Jason a walkie. I was like, hey, if anything happens, let me know. And we separated. And I'm lagging behind, doing my thing, having a chat with some spirits, as I do. Um, and then we walked down a corridor. And as I'm walking down the corridor, I'm probably about, I'd say, kilometre away. This is how big the location is. And my guides were like, you need to go and check on Jason. And I had the radio and I'm like, Jason, 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 can you respond? Dead silence. Not that. Yes, I am from Cape Town. Thank you. Um,
Hey, Brox.
Jason like answer the phone, answer the walkie, and he wouldn't speak. So I was like, okay, something's up, and I'm running at full speed at this point. I turn the corner, I see Jason literally hyperventilating. I see an arm go around his neck, squeeze him. He's one of his investigators like, you need to step whack away from Jason. He's literally getting the life choked out of him, and I just went ape. I was like, whoever's standing near Jason, you need to back off. He does not give you consent. As soon as I said that, I saw the hand go out from his back and bolt. And he got to the point his face was red. He started like his breathing came back, but the point he actually vomited. Yeah, and we packed up and we left. So yeah, that's pretty one of my very intense moments.
I
But
can see.
besides that,
I can definitely see why. I can definitely see
yeah,
why.
because everybody wants. And the really creepy thing is, no one knew that he was in trouble but me before it happened. And I'm running, and Jason's like, "Where's Nick? Where's Nick? Where's Nick?" And suddenly he's like, "How did Nicola get here so quick?" And I was like, "Because my guides were like, something's happening. You need to run." So I'm full bolt. So yeah, that was pretty intense.
I can't even imagine like just kind of the adrenaline you must have felt when that was all
Or I was
occurring.
pumping. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was pumping
especially when
afterwards.
everything happened so fast. Yeah.
hmm And then we were like, okay, we're not going to investigate for 6 months. Guess what I decided to do? I went back.
Jeez, that
Anyway,
oh man.
yeah, our team decided to go back. As I'm walking down the corridor, and this was insane that night. Like the activity went off the roof. We're doing our thing. We're near there's like a old church, and we're sitting down there having conversation and stuff. And the spirit talker kept going, "Can you hear me?" And one of my investigators kept talking. I was like, "The spirits are trying to tell you, can you please be quiet?" And it goes more on, and I'm like, "That's not very nice." Can you set off the REM pod? REM pod went off. K2s were going off. Cat balls were going off, and I kept seeing a dark shadow up in the balcony. And it goes, "Can you please take my photo?" So anyway, my team member walked off, took some photos, and we looked back, and it literally looks like they're. I think Nick has the photo. To me, it
Yeah.
looks like a nurse or ex-soldier standing at the window looking down. And then we're like, okay, let's move to the other part. And there's a bit where it kind of like does an L shape, horseshoe, and then you've got a garden. As I'm walking down, I'm like, my spirit guys, please come forward, protect me, holy water, God, all that. As I'm walking down, I feel someone coming running out to me at full pace. I literally turned like this, and I felt someone go to grab my throat. Like, no, you're not. I was like, you're not doing what you did before. You did back off. Like, I got angry. And as soon as I said that, my mate could see someone going like this with a shadow, grab my hand and run. And I'm like, that's not happening again. I'm like, you're not allowed to touch me. Like, do not give your consent and all that. Anyway, we decided to walk back to the church. We're sitting down. We're talking about like what has happened. I'm like, do you guys want to continue? Everyone's like, yeah, we're cool. I'm like, as long as you're okay. I did the sage, the holy water, and all that. Then get a phone call from the security guard. Is any of your teammates in the building? Now this building has a barbed wire like you guys have in your prisons. So the only
Yeah.
way someone can get up is they physically jump over the wall, go down by a wire, and they'll cut themselves. Yeah. Alarm's going off. Where's your and he's like, "Where's all your teammates?" I'm like, "We're all here." Like everybody's counted for. The alarm was going off. This poor security guard had been there for 3 weeks. He quit within 2 days.
Jeez.
We walked down because I was like, "Hey, do you want us to come with you? Because more people, bigger group." And he's like, "Look, I can let you come in." So he opened up the door. This hasn't been open to the public in years. So you've got the roof caving down, asbestos and stuff like that. We all had masks on and stuff at this point. And we're like, "Oh, if there's any one human being in here, you can't be in here. You need to leave, white light and all that." And he's like, "Oh, I don't believe in spirits." I'm like, "You're going to regret that." And then anyway, his colleague turns up and he's like, "Oh, Paranormal Perth, I follow you on Facebook and YouTube." I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" And he's showing us around and he's telling us all these stories because he had worked there for I think 15 years. And he's like, there's been workmen that've been there to restore, and they've had like their hats and helmets being thrown off by unforced entities. They've had their names called. Like every single thing you could think of has happened at this building. Anyway, this guy's walking around, he's like, "I don't believe in spirits." I'm like, "Remember you said that." Anyway, we leave. Could not find a human being in sight. This place is massive. It literally took us probably an hour to 2 hours to go through from top to bottom. Walk out. And he's like, "Yeah, I don't believe anything." And I was like, "If there's any spirits in this building that doesn't like the security guard, can you let us know?" Wow, boom! The whole door shook. And it sounded like an elephant literally just smashed this door. And he's freaking out at this point. And then he's like, "Nah, someone's got to be in there." And I was like, "Oh, if you like us being in there, can you let us know, like by flickering a light?" Light goes on,
Oh,
light goes on and off. So we're like, "Okay, cool." And then I was like, "Oh, if the security guard has any, concerns, please let me know." What? Boom! This door just slams again, and the whole building shook. And we looked at each other like, "What?" Within a week, the poor security guard, he's like, "Nah, I'm out." Yeah, it was crazy. When am I coming to the US? When
yeah.
I
What
get a
time is that?
passport?
See, I asked myself that question too about like when am I going to be going out to Australia because I got my passport ready to go. So it's just a matter of trying to afford such a flight.
Yeah. Like accommodation, people to stay with, my daughter, that type of stuff. But I eventually
Yeah,
will be there one day.
we actually did
But
have
yeah, that
another.
was
We actually did have another investigator from Australia. I think about a year ago, who
yeah,
did come out here to
children.
the U.S. Although unfortunately, she was not coming out to Chicago. So, but she was here in the States for a few days. Oh, and look who decided to show up, Pickle Tom. How you doing? Oh, wait. Hang on. Sorry. There we
He's
go.
doing well.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Oh,
Yes.
all right. Yeah, the swelling went down quite a bit. Still got some redness, but yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you feeling all right?
Yes, I am.
Oh, of course, the damn beer and alcohol.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was talking with the people at a convenience store I go to, the Wawa here, and I'm pretty friendly with the one lady. She's my coworker's mom, and she knew about what was going on and everything, and we were talking about it. And the cashier on the other side said, "Oh yeah, my husband has a bad allergy too to alcohol." I said, "Oh my god, that would be fucking horrible. I
Oh
can't even
God.
imagine." Like anytime, any kind of alcohol he takes it, he goes through like severe reactions. I said, "Oh my god, my life would be so different."
Oh man, I can't even imagine what it would be like if you couldn't
Completely
drink the
sober
alcohol.
Tom, 24/7. God no, the world doesn't need that. Mm-mm.
Oh, you would go into a deep depression just wanting that one
I
drop of alcohol.
I yeah, I no, I love my beer.
Hey, Tom McNicholas said he'll go to Australia. I'd like to go
What's up,
too if
Tom?
I can afford it.
Yeah, but they have really big bugs there. I don't know, man.
It's not that bad.
I've seen some horror stories, man. I don't know.
I've heard horror stories about the US, but hey.
Yeah,
Every
well, that's not bugs. That's people. That's different.
well, it is true. I mean, every country does have horror stories.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not that bad. They're like this tiny, the spiders.
Tom McNicholas said lemon juice helps with stinks.
Well, it's been over
Yes.
24 hours at this point. The sting site was actually like right here.
Yeah, you said it was
Wow.
near your forehead.
Yeah, like I was riding on a mower,
That's not good.
and well, th- I won't go into the full story. We'll just say I was riding on a mower on the road, going from where I was mowing back to the truck. And as I was driving, I just saw something come out of nowhere and it made like a real big slap in my forehead. I thought, man,
Oh,
I thought so. I kicked something up or whatever at first, and then I started feeling that warm burn, and I went, oh no.
Mhm.
And by the time I got back to the truck, it was just a bump right here, and that's it. And I called
Yeah.
my boss. I'm like, all right, so what do I do? And then he stops by, and at that point, it was just a bump. And I could tell by the look on his face, he's like, all right, this is just, you're being over dramatic or whatever. From the drive from the one park we were at to the other, which only took about, I don't know, 15 minutes, it got to that first picture that I showed you guys where I'm outside. That's
yeah.
what, and he's like, all right, look, we got to get you to urgent care. I'm like, no shit. Really? Isn't that what I said? And it swelled up. The second picture you saw with the face mask on, I was in the urgent care at that point,
Yeah.
which incidentally was the same urgent care I went to when I got the staples in my head a few years ago or a couple of years ago, and I contracted COVID while I was there, so I made sure I wore the mask this time.
Yeah.
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 But it was uh, when when
When's
is
the
the
nose?
nose swelling going? Listen, this isn't
It
my
wasn't.
Irish nose, man. That's just always that way. I always have that ball on the end of my nose.
Me too.
And the more beers I have, the redder it gets. So,
And
but
no,
this
he's not
this side of
Rudolph.
my face is just red because of all that yesterday. But no, they gave me a shot of epinephrine, which is the equivalent of like an EpiPen that you get when you
Yeah.
when you get stung and you're allergic. But it was a low dosage, and I told you guys before that they now have me on blood pressure meds. So he told me when he gave me that, he's like, your blood pressure might go up. I said, well, I took my losartan this morning, so it might just even out. You don't know. Um, and but he wasn't kidding, man. The blood pressure did go up. My
Oh, I'm
hands were
sure.
shaking and everything.
Was that probably the result from the venom from the sting, or is it
No,
just
that was the shot that they gave
that
me,
was
the
the shot? Oh, it was
epinephrine.
the shot.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then he gave me steroids, prednisone, and some Allegra. So I've been taking them. Well, today, yesterday, and today. The swelling went down last night because of the epinephrine, but then when it wore out overnight, I woke up and it was swollen again. But I think now it's the prednisone working. Pickle claws.
Pickle claws.
I don't know if you got. I don't. I guess you're not. No, you didn't get to see that. Like we were talking about. Somebody said in one of the chats. I can't remember. We're in so many freaking chats. I don't even
Yeah,
know.
I know, right?
About like Nicolas Cage because Kate was talking about him, and then he said something about a pickle. I think it was
Yeah.
Chris, and I was like, "Oh my god, Nicolas Cage!" And I had to make it. So I went into Chat GPT and I told it to make a picture of Nicolas Cage as a pickle and change his name to Nicolas Cage, and I think it came out pretty well. I have to see if I can find that.
Now we just need to animate it so that way you can speak like him.
Oh, okay. That would be funny. Was it in? No, it wasn't in the Minecraft chat. Jesus, we have way
Like
too
you
many.
said,
That was
we're
the
in
Fear
so many
fans.
chats.
It
Yeah,
was the
we've got a
Fear
lot of
fans
chats,
chat.
people. We've got like 4.
I love that. That is funny. Oh wait, you know what? Wait a minute. Wait. Put that back up. Wait. Nicholas Cage. So what did you ever figure out like if there was maybe like a hornet's nest or anything in the park, or was it
Oh,
just one
they're
farm?
probably all over the place. Like I mean, I come across them a lot as I'm mowing and stuff, but I've learned how to avoid them. But this one was just free flying, and it just was. I don't know. It came out of nowhere and slapped me. I wasn't near any trees. Well, that close to any trees. I think he was just going from point A to point B, and I happened to be in the way. But somehow he managed to sting me just that quick. As soon as he hit me, it was like a fraction of a second.
So you didn't even see it coming.
No, that's what she said. No, I like dabbed my head and I looked at my hand. I saw little spots of blood, so that's why at first I thought it was like a rock until that warm burn came on, and I was like, "Oh no, I know what happened."
So is
Thomas
that
McNicholas Cage. That's funny.
Thomas McNicholas Cage? Yeah, well, either way, that definitely was that the first time. Well, first off, I got to say, at least you were not like stung in the eye or anything
No, it
like
was
that.
about that far from my eye. So,
Yeah,
but
that's what I noticed in the
I had
pictures. It
my
was like,
safety glasses on too, so it would have
okay,
been tough.
good, good. I was gonna say you're lucky if you didn't. I was gonna say you're damn lucky it didn't hit you in the eye because
Yeah.
that would have even been worse.
And ironically enough, this is the hat I was wearing at the time because I accidentally grabbed my Tom's World hat instead of my work hat that day. So it only had a space about like that big to get through to where it hit me, and it managed it. And I've never been stung by a hornet before,
That
but
was my next question. Have you ever
yeah.
been stung by a hornet before?
Now bees and wasps, sure, but never a hornet. I mean, it's not pleasant.
Yeah, I heard they're some of the worst.
But the worst pain I ever had from a sting was from a baby wasp, and that was just recently too, like in the last couple of months. So I've been on prednisone twice now in the course of 2 months. But,
I told you about knocking those hives down in Minecraft, Tom.
oh yeah, because I'm the one that does that.
Of
Mhm.
course it is you.
Yeah, it's not Nick at all.
I'm innocent. I'm innocent here.
Minecraft, Nick, and innocent. Those three words don't go together. Unless you get drunk Tom, then Tom's the one that's not innocent. So.
Yeah, that's right. I hate to say it. I mean, Joe was going to be coming on, but I noticed, now it's 55 minutes. I don't think Joe's coming
Well,
on. He's
maybe there's more shrimp than he thought, and he's just eating it all, Or maybe
that
they're
or
jumbo shrimp, like really big jumbo shrimp, and it's just taking them a while.
let's see here. Tom says we are starting bee season. No, we haven't started bee season yet. It's already happened.
Well, I mean, for us in the state parks and stuff, especially that park I was in, The
Yeah.
bee season really starts as soon as the warm weather breaks because we do have a guy that comes in there. He set up some beehives near the community gardens that we have, um, and I understand the benefit of it, but it really hinders us as the guys that take care of the park
Mhm.
because they can get aggressive sometimes. So you have to like
Yeah.
not mow near them.
Yeah, I was going to say, especially if you get way too close within their range, they can
Yeah.
take that as a threat.
And the wasps are even worse. They will chase you even when you're on the mower. They will chase you
Oh, yeah, yeah.
for a while.
Yeah, I've often heard. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's the case with wasps and hornets, but if you get bees I mean, you are able to run. You can escape them, but realize that you have to run at least a distance of up to half a mile to get away from an angry swarm.
Yeah. I mean, and bees generally won't sting you unless they feel threatened because I don't know if they know that like once they sting, they're dead because their intestines or whatever the equivalent of
Yeah,
intestines are that they have
it's
are attached to the stinger.
yeah, it is. It's a stinger that has a bulb of venom that carries the bee's
Right.
intestines, which kills the bee, but
Yeah.
leaves small comfort for the victim.
But the wasps and the hornets, they just it's like the
Yeah,
difference. Like a bee has like a hook, so once it goes in your
Mhm.
skin, it catches. But the wasps and the hornets just have like a pin, so they can
yeah, and they're
constantly.
cordless,
Yeah.
so they can sting as many times as they
Yeah.
want. They don't die when they sting in that case.
No, no, they don't.
Mhm.
And now I have
I've
to
never
talk
been
to my
stung.
doctor about getting an EpiPen for work and an EpiPen for home.
Right.
I've never been stung.
Oh,
I'm hoping to keep it that way, but that doesn't mean it could ever happen like tomorrow or something like
It's
that.
not fun.
yeah.
Well, I'm sure
No.
it's not.
No.
Yeah. Bees are the worst. A
So,
second
so
bee,
now that
that's
I've taken you guys way off of topic, um,
it's okay. I said we talk
No,
about anything.
yeah, it's
maybe
an open chat.
I'll get stung by a ghost bee, and then we can really start to tie it together.
Ooh.
Well, there was kind of a case like that, believe it or not. Did you guys ever remember? I mean, this is a show, I think that's still running to this day. Did you guys ever remember that show called The Haunting that used to be on the
Mhm.
Discovery Channel?
I know of it. I
Mm-mm.
watched it before. But
That I think
Yeah.
I really liked that show, especially older seasons. I mean, if it's still running to this day, series has now been around for like 20 years because it's had such an interesting history to it. Because like when they first started the show, it started off as I think it was like 2 hour pilot episodes revolving two cases, like one in Connecticut and one in
Mhm.
Georgia. In fact, the one in Connecticut later inspired the movie The Haunting in Connecticut, although the story in that movie is not really as close as to like what you see in the actual case.
that's all reenactments on the show, right? It's not like actual footage.
No, no. For the long so the way how I see it, this is kind of like how it's evolutionized. Like it started as these two pilots back in 2002. Then a few years later, they officially greenlit it as a full paranormal series, and it actually just aired on the Discovery Channel on Thursday nights, which I still remember. That was always something exciting for me, especially since that was still during my early days of studying the paranormal at such a young age, because Thursday nights I'd be able to watch that show, A Haunting, and then Friday nights, back when the Travel Channel used to have the paranormal stuff just on Friday nights, it just always added to the excitement to it.
Mm.
So it started like that for a couple of years. I think it went on the Discovery Channel between I think it was between 2005 and up till I think 2008, or maybe yeah, I
Mhm.
think it was 2007, between 2005 and 2007 or 8. And then the series just just abruptly ended, like no explanation whatsoever. And then they brought it back a few years later, but this time on a different channel and in a partially different format, on Destination America, and that
Mm.
lasted, I would say, for probably about another 3 or 4 years. I think it was there from 2012 to I think about 2015. The
Mhm.
show was abruptly canceled yet again, although I think this time it was because they were trying to find a new network to broadcast. Very briefly, it aired on TLC, but just for like 2 years between 2016 and 17. And then finally, since 2018 up to till now, The series is now officially on the Travel Channel, so it's now made its way onto the channel. And the series for the like during the earlier seasons, like you were saying, Tom, about like reenactments.
Yeah.
If you watch the show, it was kind of like a movie because it was all reenactments, but
Right.
they did it in just such a really well done way. I mean, just in a really good way.
Yeah. That's
And
what I meant, Tom. He said
yeah,
yellow
oh,
jackets
Yellow Jacket,
occasionally.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yellow Jackets are even worse. Um, when they showed the earlier seasons, even if they said that they claimed they captured activity, like on camera or audio or whatever, a lot of times they usually never showed the real evidence. They would just show it
Right.
as part of the. They would usually show it as part of the reenactment, but the latest seasons that they've been showing now, although they still stick to the reenactments, they have been showing a lot more of the real evidence now on the shows.
Well, that's good. I mean, it's always better to show the real stuff, not the reenactments, because then it
Yeah.
makes it feel more real,
Yeah.
as opposed to just a story.
Yeah.
It's
Well, I don't know if I ever
sorry. Oh, you froze.
told you guys this. There was actually my own paranormal series, and it was going to be kind of like along the lines of the show Paranormal Witness. If you guys ever saw that series before, or,
Sounds familiar.
Yes. Yep.
yeah, really good show. It's probably one of the more scarier series, even if it through the reenactments. Although last couple episodes of the show weren't that great.
Oh, why was Zach Baggins on it?
No, no, it's just that like the very last episode for whatever reason they did an episode on oh wait, hang on one second.
There's a lurker in the back room.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Carlos? How you
Hey,
doing?
Doing good. Just got back home. I was trying to eat real quick and take my medicine.
Oh, okay.
Man, Joe, you look different.
Oh, haircut.
No, Joe was supposed to come on. I was being funny. I know.
So,
Weird.
but
What
yeah,
did I
like,
miss, guys?
no, we're just talking. It's just an open chat. We're just talking about a couple of different things. I'm talking about one show that I was a big fan of. But what I was going to say, Tom, was yeah, like for example, the very last episode of the show, they did an episode on Old South Pittsburgh Hospital in Tennessee, and they had a team and they supposedly there was a team that went in and they filmed the entire investigation.
There's a
But
hospital named Pittsburgh in Tennessee.
South Pittsburgh Hospital.
Is there a South Pittsburgh, Tennessee?
Yes, yeah, there is in Tennessee.
Those biters, they had to copy off of us here in Pennsylvania. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I think it might be spelled a little differently though. They're Pittsburgh over there.
Well,
Thanks.
I could be wrong. I'm gonna have to go back and look, but they had a whole team that was there that supposedly they filmed it, but for reasons unknown, it's never been explained. They never showed any of the real footage. They just showed the reenactments. It's like, if you guys actually filmed this, why the hell are they not showing it? And that was kind of disappointing to look at.
I guess they got no evidence while they were there or something.
They said they did, but they never showed any of the real stuff. I just thought
Well, then they lied.
they have either that or they could have lost the footage. I have no idea. But
Didn't get any evidence.
well, that actually inspired me of wanting to make kind of like a similar series like that. This is what goes with the series I wanted to put together. It was going to have that same format as Paranormal Witness, where all of us, including myself, we would have been interviewed in front of a black background. But the difference would be is that everything in between, because we didn't just want to make it about ourselves, with the interviews, but we would have videos in between. But instead, the difference would be it wouldn't be reenactments; it would be the actual investigations themselves, and whether or not in this case, and it was. I really wanted to make this like the true reality of paranormal investigation. So whether or not we capture or experience anything, everything was going to be captured on camera during the investigation, and we'd be sitting down and talking about it. So we tried putting the series together, but unfortunately, we weren't able to pick it up because the old crew that I was with were just not cooperating with me at that time.
Yeah.
Wow. Something somebody's never done, or at least I've never seen. If they could combine like a paranormal investigation and a talk show at the same time. Like have multiple devices or whatever and cameras set up in different rooms, and then just have one centralized room where everybody just sits there, and you have all the cameras going at the same time while they talk and everything. And then if something happens, they go, "Oh, wait a minute," and then you hear the stereotypical line of any paranormal investigation. Did you hear that? Or did you see that? And then they could stop and then like bring that camera up as the main camera, kind of like how we have here, and then all of a sudden it's just
Yeah.
that room. That would be kind of different. I don't know. That's just me rambling, but just
No, good
Oh,
idea.
that's actually kind of a smart idea. It
yeah.
really is.
So it could be something like this combined with an actual investigation going on, and they could even have like one person like kind of depart and then go to that room while everybody else is talking. I don't know. It's an idea.
Sounds like a good idea. I'll do it next time investigating. Oh shit.
Wow. Okay. So here's Nikki's boobs.
We're not that type of show.
Well, I had this crazy idea one time. Like, it's funny you brought that up, Tom, because there was
What, Nikki's boobs?
no,
Oh.
no, the show idea. Wow. There was. I still remember this. Like, I still remember even 10 years later with this, but long before like these podcasts really.
Sorry.
You had to bring that up, Tom.
No.
Right,
It's so good. It's funny.
Really, Arrogant?
I mean, we're all adults here, for God's sakes.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, hell, I have boobs too.
There you go.
I'm not a skinny mini.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was actually one. What the hell was that?
Nobody's doing.
Oh, I thought we were gonna hold hands.
Oh no, that's not what I was doing. No, I
Anyways, what I was going to say, there was actually kind of like a TV show I had in mind. This was obviously before we started really doing a lot more podcasts, but you talked about like different cameras and whatnot, Tom, and
Yeah.
like having a show like that. I mean, I knew this was never going to happen, but it was just kind of a really cool idea. I thought to myself, and I'm not going to go on this tangent, but I'm just going to throw it out very quickly. Like how you see like shows like The Daily Show and whatnot, and how they make fun of like politics and stuff.
Yeah.
I once had the idea of wanting to do a show like that, but this time focusing on the paranormal stuff. But not only that, there was actually a really cool location that I thought would have been a great place to have such a show like this. And this has been a location that we've investigated previously. It was, believe it or not, it was at a high school. It was called Carl Schurz High School, which is located in downtown Chicago. But the reason why that particular location is, it's not just like your typical high school, though. It has huge historical significance to it because the school has been around since 1908. And so, because of its historical significance, it's used more than just a high school. They used it for different public events. They've used it for film festivals, for town meetings. We in fact actually had one of our Chicago Ghost conferences once held at the event. So it's a popular historic, location for a lot of different events, more than just the school itself. And I thought to myself, how cool would it be if I ever got like a kind of variety show like that? Not only just to make fun, but also kind of have activity occur during the show itself.
Yeah.
So it's funny you brought that up.
Yeah, it's very
That's
similar.
an interesting concept. I think you should try it.
Well, the problem is I'm not sure if we'd be able to get access into the school like we used to because the principal at that time, because keep in mind, this was 10 years ago. The principal obviously was very open-minded and, about having us come in. But obviously, like a lot of these guys, he ended up getting transferred to another school and someone else took his place. And as you would imagine, they were completely opposite. Like they were no nonsense, didn't believe in any of this kind of stuff. So the one thing I knew for sure was that we weren't unless they had another principal like that who believes in a lot of this stuff, that we weren't going to be able to get back into that school anytime sooner or later.
Well,
And
I mean,
believe,
it would benefit them. It would call attention to the school itself. So whether they believe in the stuff or not, it would benefit them in the end. I mean,
I really think so too. But we haven't been to that school in several years now, and believe me, this is a location that I miss a lot because I mean the school itself. If you even look it up on Google Image, I mean the school, it is just massive. I mean it almost doesn't even look like a school like when you first see it, because it does. It has a little bit of that Gothic revival structure to it.
well, you said one of my buzzwords, which is what zoned me, like horned me in on what you were saying. You said historical. I was just like, okay.
I said historic, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's all I had to hear. I was like, all right, I'm in now.
Mhm. Yeah, he's in the zone.
Hey, you should try to do an episode. If you come over here, if you ever come out here, Tom, you should do an episode of This Is Tom's World, man.
That's right. There's a lot of places around there I could.
I mean, hey.
I've seen a lot of places come up over in the Illinois area. But no, I've seen a lot of places come up around there. That would be pretty cool. There's
I
a
was
lot
going
of
to say, I mean,
historical
it's
things.
not, your channel's not paranormal themed, so hey, they may have stopped us, but they shouldn't stop you from doing This Is Tom's World.
Man, why not? You know?
So, Carlos, what have you been up to?
I was kind of like focusing and rebuilding everything and trying. I got some ideas coming up this soon, starting Sunday. I'm going to implement some of these ideas pretty soon.
Like investigations or like any type of
Investigations. Yep. I'm going to go Facebook Live. It's been a while since I've been on Facebook. I've just been kind of over there on TikTok for quite a while.
like most people have been in this day and age, but I totally get what you mean by that.
I just started posting my videos to TikTok because now you can post I do long form content, and now you can post it all. It's not just limited to a matter of minutes like it used to be.
Yeah.
So far, in the last 24 hours, I posted 2 videos and they've gotten 0 views, but that's okay. It'll happen.
I'm gonna hold it like this. This is getting ridiculous.
Don't you have like a type of camera holder for your camera, Nikki, or?
Bloody pervs. No, I'm talking about. Oh, so for people that know, Lurker knows. We did investigation on the weekend, and every time I got up, the freaking
You need one of these or something.
yeah. Every time we were investigating over the weekend, I'd get yay. I'd get up and move, and the spiritual could be like cute ass.
Hey, the ghost likes what the ghost likes. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the ghost. The ghost is playing with my camera.
That's what it is. You have a pervert ghost in your place there,
Yeah, why
Hey,
not?
and they're
he
fixated on your mood.
he probably thought if I was gonna die, screw it. I'm gonna be a pervert ghost anyway.
Yeah, right.
Oh god.
There's
Mine as well.
there's a location like that that actually has something like that. In fact, it was at some cemetery, I think, out in Hendricksburg, Ohio, I believe.
Yeah.
And the cemetery that they have, I can't remember what the cemetery's name is, but if I describe it, you might be able to look it up on Google. But this cemetery, it has numerous ghost stories. So in fact, I'm actually really interested in wanting to investigate this particular cemetery sometime down the road. But one of the ghost stories that's involved was there was a young man that died, tragically, and is buried in that cemetery. And for anybody that goes up to his grave, especially if it's involving women, they've actually said that they have felt someone pinch them on their ass. Like that's
Flash forward, the cops are holding up a doll. Okay, show us, Nick, where on the doll did the ghost touch you?
Oh my god.
Was it the he-he's or the no-nos?
Was it here?
Oh my god.
Or did he do this?
Can imagine.
Tune in Tokyo.
So descriptive.
It's good to talk about anything on this channel.
If I'm in a live feed, everything goes off the rails all the time. I'm off
Of
topic
course. That's
constantly.
expected of you.
Yep, taking the show onto a whole new level of
Yep.
off the railings there.
Yep.
He does that all the time.
I'll do it on Fear Fans. We'll be talking about a horror movie on Fear Fans. Next thing you know, we're talking about like I don't know, whatever. It could be.
Rainbow.
Man, you must be on. You must be
Well,
on
we
your
already
fifth
know
ball.
that one thing we always talk about. We always talk about one thing, and that's Minecraft.
Well, yeah, it does go back to Minecraft a lot, but we do play that a lot. We actually just in the last couple of weeks we haven't played it too much. You missed. No, you were there. Never
No, I
mind.
was there. I was there.
Yeah, it was me.
You were there when we played laser tag and stuff.
Yeah,
It was just me, you, and Kate.
Robert was briefly on, but he was at the hospital, so
Yeah.
he couldn't stay on for too long.
Yeah.
I'm moving
Yeah.
the cord, so this could be interesting.
I do that though. I do go off topic quite a bit. I mean, hell, I came in here. We were talking about bee stings and hornet stings and stuff for like the first 10 minutes. Yeah. Of course, I do have this big red mark on the side of my face, so it's it's.
Yeah, Carlos, if you didn't hear earlier, that's what because he was he was talking about that before he came on. He had a hornet sting.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But it keeps the cat going, so why not?
Decided to give a
come in the boat. There we go. That's what it looked like yesterday.
They did you dirty.
Yeah, look, who also just showed up?
Who the hell is that?
What's
Oh,
up,
Chris.
What's that, Chris?
Chris.
Christopher!
I totally thought that said Hoffa.
That's what I thought. I thought it said something else, but we don't go there.
There you go. There's his glasses look now. Now he's complete.
Wait, am I Clark Kent? Am I Superman?
How you doing, Chris?
How you doing?
I'm
Hey,
doing
Joey
good.
Tribbiani. How you doing?
How you
Good,
doing?
pretty good. Trying to investigate, caught some stuff, trying to figure out how to download it.
Oh, cool.
Oh, did you guys film the at the Abbey one final time? I know you took pictures, but did you do any filming too?
I went live.
Yeah, I saw that
Okay.
one.
I wasn't able to watch it, but I've been meaning to. So I haven't forgotten.
No, that's okay. It was after midnight.
Are you snorting?
Oh
Around
yeah, I
midnight.
was okay. In that case, I was asleep when you were going live.
You went to Nando's.
Look, he's snorting coke.
Good.
Eucalyptus, actually.
Well, I mean, if that's what they call it on the street, I guess
Yeah.
The name changes over the years.
Yeah. Sorry.
No,
It was hot
you're
as
fine.
fuck. It was like 100.
It was what?
It's hot.
107.
Yes,
Jeez.
please.
That's about right.
Sorry, Nikki. I don't know how to translate that into Celsius, but
No, you're all right. Send it this way. I'll take it.
It was about that temperature in Texas. It was pretty damn hot.
Yeah, over
yeah,
here.
it's been hot,
was-
right?
Yeah,
When
down
buys
over
it?
here.
Woo!
Yeah, over here was.
It's heading your way, Nick. Don't worry.
Well, I was going to say earlier today, it was definitely hot too. I mean, not as hot, but it was still 90 degrees over here.
Let's see what we are today in degrees. Okay.
We've been lucky this week. We've actually had decent temperatures, but I'm sure we'll get another heat wave. We've had
Ooh, some of those decent tips.
we've had
Well,
tons of
I
heat
know.
waves and tons of rain.
You know, I got to admit, I'm surprised because I heard New York has been getting a lot of it, but I'm really surprised that you guys haven't gotten a lot of the smoke and the haze from the Canadian wildfires.
We had some. You could tell. Like at the main park that I'm at, I wasn't able to see the Center City skyline. which I normally can, unless it's like rainy or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it didn't, to me, it didn't affect the quality of the air, even though they were saying on the news it did. I was fine. I didn't have any problems breathing or anything. So
Yeah, we were getting some of the. It probably wasn't as severe, but we got some of the haze too over
yeah,
here in Chicago. I mean, it wasn't. It was not like other areas where like when the haze arrived, it would kind of make the sky kind of yellow or anything like that. It
yeah.
didn't do any. It made it cloudy, but that was pretty much it. There wasn't, and yeah, even though they said the air quality was bad, I wasn't even outside for most of the day anyway because either I was at work or I was at home.
If I'm at work, I'm outside.
Yeah.
So, but no, it's not like it was like
It's easy
what
in
was that?
Colorado.
Like 2 or 3 years ago when we had that coming down from Canada.
Yeah, yeah.
That was bad here.
Oh yeah, that was even worse. I mean, we were actually getting clouds of it
Yeah,
occurring in Chicago. I have pictures from that too.
yeah. I was out mowing in that.
That probably was not pleasant.
No. Especially since we were going through a drought at the time, and everything I'm mowing, I was already in a cloud of dust.
Yeah.
So,
There
but
was one time I saw like what Chicago looked like with all these
Already
clouds, of ash, and I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I didn't know how else to describe it, but it was like, geez, this reminds me of the movie Silent Hill's Fog World, because that's kind of like what it looked like, because it just made the city look like it was entirely abandoned.
and you know what state Silent Hill was based on, right?
Yep, Centralia, Pennsylvania.
Centralia. Yes, it sure was. I will be getting there someday.
And
You
funny
watch.
enough, we actually do have a
Will
Centralia.
you?
We also do have a Centralia also here in Illinois, although unfortunately it's not anywhere close to me. I think it's more further down in
On my
central
bucket
Illinois.
list.
Yeah, it's like in central Illinois.
Centralia, PA is probably about like maybe 3 or 4 hours away from me. So I'll be getting there.
Oh, I think Robert just messaged me.
It's 0.0. What the
That's
hell
so
is that?
Cold.
Not here. I have my air conditioner on. So. Is that your eyeliner or mascara?
That's pepper balls.
Pepper
Hey,
ball.
hey, listen, everybody's got to have a hobby.
Just real quick, I just received a voicemail from Robert.
You got a pepper ball.
He's out of the house right now, so it doesn't sound like he's going to be able to make it in time. He also got his leg, by the way, so he's got to do a bit more shopping. But then eventually, once he gets home, he's probably going to need some time to rest. So it doesn't look like he's going to be able to make it for tonight.
That's okay. Next time he can join us.
There's always next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I got to ask in this case, Chris. So on your last visit to the Abbey, was it a kind of an emotional visit for everybody that was there, or?
There was some newbies, so not for them, but for the people that have been there a lot. Yeah. Damn it! I sent you some pictures, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. I saw a few
How they're
of them.
gutting it.
Yeah, they just gutted the whole damn thing.
Excuse me.
That's a shame.
And they're auctioning off like all the old furniture and
Oh wow.
paintings and everything. And what they don't auction off and sell, they're just going to throw away.
That's
Oh,
sad. You take a piece
No
of that.
respect.
It's like history, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like they don't have respect for like the. It's like why even sell to begin
The
with?
guy who got it. So, the guy who got it, his dad bought it for him for a business project as soon as he graduated high school. I mean, college. He's like 22 years old.
Okay.
Their family owns like 3/4 of Canyon City. So they just bought it. Say, here you go. See if you can make money.
You know, it's sad because it's just like what you said, Carlos. Like when it comes to getting a piece of it or something or whatever the case is. It's like if it's not even going to be selling, it's like why did
Tell
you throw it away in the first place when that was a part of the building's history?
Exactly. That's why I want a piece of
I don't
that,
know.
because I want to be able to commemorate that piece, because that piece could have
we're gonna
meant
do this.
for a spirit that was at the Abbey.
I want to
You
buy a
know,
piece for Tim.
maybe
Tom.
somebody sat in that chair
Buy
on
a piece
time.
for
You know,
Tom too, but that'd be a good thing.
Tom McNicholas, who's been watching, he's kind of done something like that. I mean, it probably wasn't the smartest idea, but he still has it. We have pretty much what's considered one of the most famous haunted cemeteries here in the country. We got Bachelor's Grove Cemetery, and there was one time we approached. I was like, not only is it one of the most notorious haunted cemeteries, unfortunately, it's also one of the most heavily vandalized cemeteries. I mean, that's you're all right there, Nikki.
Somebody stole
Yeah, I'm just
Nikki.
trying to fix my camera. It keeps dropping down to the level that I don't want it to be at.
You're good. But yeah, it's unfortunately also one of the most heavily vandalized cemeteries. I mean, they've had I'm not gonna. It's crazy to think how long this has been going for, but they've been having vandalism in that cemetery
man,
since the 1960s.
that
So
pisses me off.
Those damn
you can
hippies.
imagine just how much damage has been done to the cemetery. And there was one time that Tom McNicholas, he actually found a brick in the cemetery that I think belonged to a former farmhouse that used to stand in that area. And oh, what do you got there, Chris?
In Oregon.
That's the
Oh,
organ
it's
they
Oregon.
played with.
Yeah, here, hold
They're
on.
just gonna throw it out.
Keep it there,
They're
please.
just gonna throw it out.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
that's
They're not even
Oh
gonna try
my
and sell it. They're
God!
just gonna throw it.
So it kind of looks like the keys are
That
like a
thing's only
trail. So that would be the
Yeah.
Oregon Trail. Sorry, only people who played old video games would get that.
No, you're
So,
right.
Chris,
Oregon
they're
Trail.
not gonna donate it to somewhere or nothing.
Mm. Or put it in like another
Do what?
location that's haunted.
They're not they're not gonna donate it like somewhere that may want to use an organ, or is it's not
No.
going to be put in?
Anything that don't sell, they're gonna take.
Oh, that
damn.
is
I don't know if you can see that one.
Do you want to use my organ?
Oh yeah.
Is that a painting?
Wow.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, another picture. Okay.
It bounced off.
Oh, wow.
Is that an original painting, Chris, or is that like a copy of a painting? I have to ask.
That's the original painting. Unfortunately, I had my red light going, so it
Oh
kind of.
shit! So it's the original painting. Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
What is the painting
Yeah.
of? It was hard to tell.
Um.
At one point, it looked like Jesus, but then it didn't. I was like, all right. Well,
Yes. It's
Is it?
Jesus.
oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It is Jesus.
Or somebody who looks very much like him.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Amen.
exactly. And then Nick, I don't know. Can you see that, or is that too?
Let me zoom in on that one.
Keep
It
it there
helps
for a
if you.
sec. I'm trying to fix my camera.
I might have.
There you go.
Yeah, it's still kind of bright, but I can see
It's too
I can see
glaring.
just a little bit of it. Yeah, yeah.
When you're showing pictures, it helps if you tilt the phone down.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now
I was trying that one.
yeah. Either actually not just tilt it. If you
That's
take
walking.
That's good. That's good.
not only is tilting good, if you dim the light off your phone too, you'll have a better way of showing a picture on camera then.
Yeah. See how that looks more
And then
contrast.
four for you.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah,
That's
you
a
can
lot
do
more.
that for a sec, Nick.
There you go.
There we go.
That's really sad to see that so much of it.
All those different being separate rooms.
Just
Anyway,
sad
that's
to
just.
look at.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I think it could have been turned into a museum, because that's a piece of history. Honestly, you're not going to see too many of
Yeah.
those built places
Yeah.
like that where they either get destroyed or get turned to something else.
Yeah, and the
Entire.
Abbey that's been standing for over 100 years now,
Yeah.
since 1923.
Yeah. It's a shame that there's so many things that have historical value go away to make way for new stuff. We need to start preserving more because there's not a lot left.
If you can.
Okay.
Hang on. Yeah,
Put
what's
everything into the chapel. I don't care. It's okay. You can't see it, but they put everything into the chapel. to sell.
But you're absolutely right, Tom. Yeah, it's all about trying to reserve these locations, and it's like because when you look at other countries and whatnot, especially like in Europe and Asia, some of their buildings they have date back thousands of years.
Yeah,
They preserve it.
They
Yeah,
preserve it, and they still are standing today,
still
right.
there.
still there, and it just and in some varying degree. Nikki, I know out in Australia they've been starting to
Yes.
do that more often too, but it just
Yeah.
seems like over here it's like nobody seems to care at all. They just
No,
want to
Mhm.
demolish it either to build new apartment complexes or build a damn Walmart in its place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got an
true.
emotional support pickle.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, even in just the major cities, it's a shame because
Mm.
like they're knocking things down to make way for more Amazon warehouses because we need more of them for Christ's sake.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's so stupid, and we've lost so much here in the Philadelphia area,
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah.
um, and like just in the
And there's an
suburbs,
old dormitory.
huh?
Sorry, Tom.
No,
There's an old dormitory right next to that Oolathorn. They're going to make a strip mall there. Knock it down and make a strip mall.
Yeah.
and they're dying
And they're going to make that.
anyway. Like actual brick and mortar
Yeah.
stores are dying anyway. So what's the
Yeah.
point?
And the
Leave the
top three
history
floors of
there.
that, they're going to make a hotel.
Leave the
Mhm.
history there. Skip the brick and mortar store and just put it online because that's where you're going to end up anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm,
exactly.
I,
I'm
I
gonna.
agree with
Canyon's
you.
not a big town. Stupid.
Same thing's happening in Texas in my city. There's a lot of the old buildings that have over 100 plus years, 150 years. Those buildings are getting torn down or redone into like
It's
Mm.
apartment
sad. Denver does it. Springs does it. Pueblo does it.
And
So
it's doubly like historically valued down in Texas because there was a time where Texas wasn't part of the United States,
yeah,
and
Yeah.
they go back to before it was part of the United States.
when it was
You know what
still
I mean? And
Mexican, back
yeah,
when it was still Mexican territory.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous what
Hey,
they
hey.
do with this. What?
So I'm going to show.
That is
I got another example. What I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to share the screen.
It's not your OnlyFans page, is it?
No,
Okay.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
it is. It's actually a location that I've talked about.
It's Tonto.
No, it's actually a location that I have spoken about on previous shows before, and believe it
It's
or
Tom
not,
T.
believe it or not, this is actually involving a historic prison we have here in the state. The
Of
location that
Illinois.
Oh,
the location that I'm going to present.
Illinois.
No,
The state of Illinois.
Illinois run that.
no. This location I'm going to present. It's actually a historic prison. This right here is what's known as Menard Correctional Center, which is located in Chester, Illinois. That's like
I went
right
shopping
along
there
the
a
banks.
few times.
What's that? Oh, I thought
Oh,
you said
I said I went shopping at Menards a few times.
no, no. This I think Menard is this time. I think it's an unincorporated community. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but yeah,
And
this is located in Chester, right in southern Illinois. It's right on the Mississippi River, so it's like right across the Illinois Missouri border. Now, interestingly about this prison, prior to 1970, it was called Southern Illinois Penitentiary, and
Okay.
this prison is the second. Menard is the second oldest operating prison in the state of Illinois. It was originally constructed back in 1878, and although construction of it was not fully completed until 1889, and although it's the second oldest operating prison, it is, however, the largest maximum security prison we do have here in the state. Um, and I think you guys probably noticed just how unusual the building looks because would a lot of you guys agree that it doesn't look like a prison from the
No,
building
it does
itself?
not.
no, it looks more well, I would even say like a really big bank
Yeah.
or some kind of
Yeah.
government run think like old style government run thing, but only because of the
Yep.
columns and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
That's right.
that thing on the right side, that the lighter colored structure sticking up, that is the dead giveaway that it's a prison.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
the
the
guard
guard,
tower.
that's the guard tower right
Mhm.
there. There was one guy who said, because you see right here that this prison has I mean, yes, it's a historic prison, but it does have some unusual features to it because you can see clearly it's got stone lions in front. The building, it's far
Oh.
away in this picture, but it's got a
Oh my
line.
God! Yeah, they're huge.
Yeah, they got
I didn't even see that.
yeah, there's
Oh,
they have signs of Menard Correctional Center on both sides, and each side has a stone lion on top.
Oh my God! It's like the Lions Estates from the Back to the Future.
Yeah, yeah. Um, it also
right.
It just
has
reminds you of damn. Now you just said it. Damn.
it also has a design of kind of it's far away in this picture, but it also has a display of like skeleton keys too. There was one
Yeah.
guy who actually said, and maybe you guys will agree, one guy actually said that he described this location almost resembling more like that of an ornate university than a maximum
Yeah.
security
Yeah,
prison.
yeah. I guess I could see
Yeah,
that.
I
Too.
can see that.
In my perspective, I always thought it kind of looked more like a library.
Yeah.
Mm,
That'd be a
yeah.
big
Can
library.
you still go there, Nick?
No, unfortunately, as of right now, the prison is still in operation.
Oh, still
Um,
No, I
operating.
mean, can we go like hunt there or investigate?
no, like I said, see, I always wanted to go to this location, but like I said, I can't. No, no, I can't because the prison is still in operation. They're not going to allow anything like this. But it was,
Damn
however,
Illinoisians.
what's that?
I said, damn Illinoisians.
Well, it says that up there. It says the Southern Illinoisian
Yeah,
or Illinoisan.
It does
um,
too.
Yeah, I didn't know how to say that. So.
Illinois,
it's Illinoisan.
Illinoisan.
Illinoisian,
Yeah.
okay.
It's quite Illinoisan.
Although it's
It's
still
kind of like
well, and although this place is still closed to the public, I think maybe you guys have seen this. I haven't, but I think this prison might have made a brief appearance in the movie. I think either it was mentioned or I thought it made a brief appearance in the 1993 movie The Fugitive with Harrison
Hmm.
Ford in it.
And what year did you say that opened?
19 this originally opened up back in 1878.
Ah, we got one here that beats that, and it's very well known. It's called Eastern State Penitentiary.
Oh yeah, well I know Eastern State Penitentiary.
That goes back
yeah.
to 1829.
1829. Yep.
Yep.
Well, here's the sad part is
And
this
was in movies too.
yeah. Yeah, I think this one was briefly I think this might have been in The Fugitive. I haven't seen the movie yet, but I know it was definitely mentioned in the film. Now, I'm going to show just one more picture. This goes back to with what we were just talking about, by the way, about like losing historic locations.
Mm.
The prison is still there, but well, I think this next picture will tell you otherwise. You're probably going to
Oh wait, not that picture. Wait, no, I'm sorry.
that would be funny.
Once he's on stage,
Just what you can
picture-
do.
A picture of Nick in a bikini.
I would be like, who's that guy? Who's this
Okay,
guy?
so here is a picture. It's probably going to be a smaller picture, but here is a photo of the same
That's what she
prison.
said.
Well,
What do you guys?
objects
you
appear
guys
larger in mirror, and
So what do you guys notice in this picture? This is the same prison. What do you guys notice?
well,
Notice
I see a
It
guard
looks like
tower.
from either the side view or like the back view.
the
No, this
building's
is still-
missing.
No, this is the front view.
Oh, this is
The
the front.
building's missing in the middle.
The same view you just showed.
Well, it's from the opposite side, but yes, it's
Oh.
the same view.
That's what I was
I know.
saying.
The big part of the
Yeah.
building is gone.
Yeah, that was the administration building. They
Oh,
tragically, they tore it down.
Is that the same guard tower?
okay.
That's
Okay.
the same. Yeah, the guard tower is still there, but the administration building is gone.
So all those
Oh.
columns are just gone.
The
Oh, I thought
columns-
it was like
yeah,
the side view.
they're
That's
gone. Yeah,
ridiculous.
they tore it all down. And the craziest thing was that happened in 2018, exactly 140 years after it was first constructed.
Yeah.
Was it like a structural thing that they had to take it down? Or
No, they never really explained too much of it, but they simply said that the administration building was just not being used anymore. They never
yeah,
said
but that's
anything
no
about
reason to knock it down.
exactly. Yeah, that's what
Yep.
I said. I mean, it was like, I get if they were used in the rest of the prison, but it didn't even sound like the administration building was like actually in really bad shape. And they just demolished it without even announcing it. And from what I heard is a lot of the people in Chester were not happy when they discovered that they tore this building down because even though yes, this was still a maximum security facility, that still represented a part of the town's history.
Exactly.
And most importantly,
Yeah.
typical of these old prisons, a lot of these prisons obviously were were built by inmate labor. So yes, a lot of those inmates that build the prison may have been there for punishment, but you have to kind of pay respect to the fact that they built that prison literally with the sweat of their own two hands.
Yep. And pure, sure willpower and muscle. That's all they had,
That's
man.
cool.
That's all they had, and the state just decided to just tear it down. Which to me, it's
Just
like
because they're not using it, that's stupid.
it,
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
no, it
least
should
they could,
still be there. I mean,
the least
Just
they
keep
could have done was even if the rest of the prison was still in operation, they could have at least like maybe fenced off that part of the prison, so that way they could keep the active areas, away from the general population, and then operate the administration building as like a prison museum.
yeah.
Because for many years, I often said to myself, thinking, I would love to investigate Menard Correctional Center. I would really want to, but
Chris is just slapping his pickle.
yeah.
Oh my god.
But now it's like now that the administration building is gone, it's like there's no point of going there now.
There's
And
not.
Tom
And
Cruise. No, I'm not going to say what I was thinking. No, we're not
Chris,
going there.
Chris, this isn't time to slap your pickle right now.
I look at Tom.
it's a little
So-
pickle.
Oh, God.
I
Yeah,
agree,
just
though,
really-
Nick. It does really suck. All kidding aside, it does suck.
No,
yeah,
no,
it's just like why, and that was like limestone. That was limestone that they built out of that prison too. So it's just really sad to see such locations like that go. I mean, it's just like, and also that was one of the prisons that prior to 2011, because over here in Illinois, we no longer have the death penalty here. That was abolished back in 2011, but that was prior to that. Menard was one of the prisons where they did have executions carried out there between 1928 and 1962. There were at least about 13 to 15 different executions that occurred in Menard through the use of the electric chair. So
Is that what Douche Baggins went to?
no, he never went to Menard because again, it's still in operation.
Mm.
Good.
Yeah, because if he did, then all of a sudden he'd feel the demons, and then he's just so possessed, and oh god, what a douchebag!
Yeah, it just really.
I'm
Like
sorry, and if you're watching, I'll tell you in person. I don't care how many muscles you have. I'm from Philly.
I'll tell you
Same.
what.
I'm not from Philly, but I agree. Fuck Douche Baggins.
One of the fakest paranormal shows ever.
Did you guys hear he almost tried? I know we've all heard about recently the Warren's Museum that was bought by Matt Rife, I think.
Yeah, I saw some posts
Yeah.
about the guy that bought it.
I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, it's like because I don't even know really too much about who Matt Rife is, but I will say this, however, is that before Zach Bagans did try to get the Warren's Museum, and I got to admit, thank goodness he never got it.
If he did, then I hope he got swallowed up by it. That's all.
Oh,
Just forever in hell.
Wasn't wrong with it.
I mean, he should. I'm surprised he doesn't have that song "Highway to Hell" as his ringtone.
Bum, bum. We visited his gravestone from Scott. Just thought I'd put that out there.
Nick, it's the
Yeah,
highway.
yeah, of course. Let's check to see if there's. Yeah, like I said, it's just really unfortunate when you lose such locations like that. It's like I sometimes wonder for the longest time. It's like, what is it going to take to convince everyone to preserve such locations like this?
That yeah, it's also like even if they tear the historical places down, who's to say there's not more history behind it? There may be a history hasn't been told, or there may be spirits that haven't been heard, and they just tear these places down. So we're never going to know exactly who these spirits are, or what this place actually was. You know?
You know, such in the case like with Menard Correctional Center. Like I was just saying, how it was built with inmate labor. I mean, can you imagine what the spirits of those inmates must feel now knowing that their building is gone?
Yeah,
Because it's like they're probably sending that message saying, okay, we know we came here because we committed a crime. We were here to be punished, but for God's sakes, we went through all this trouble to build this place for you guys. And this is how, in a way, that you're repaying us for what we did. So
man, that's devastating.
I'm sure they're probably I'm sure to this day they're probably still rolling around their graves. Because again, even if these were inmates that were there because they committed crimes, they were building a place to secure the population from future criminals. So
Right.
that prison had whether or not they knew it, that what they were building had a true purpose. And regardless of whatever crimes they committed, that was kind of in their way somewhat their legacy, because that was their way of trying to, pay their, debt back to society for what they did.
Right.
Hi, Braxton.
It's something that they devoted their time and energy to doing. They had a purpose in doing this, and they felt, like they accomplished something. And for this to happen, damn.
Yeah. It's,
Okay.
Good
what do
for
we got
you,
here?
man.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, Mr. Nick.
Wow.
Okay. Bloody hell.
Nick,
Don't rip it too far. That's all.
I sent you 2 videos. I need to show them.
If you rip it too
I'm
far, then
just
you're going to be a really big asshole. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm just gonna say no comment on that one.
No, you know I'm going to.
Well, I know you will, but I won't.
Yeah, yeah. Trolls are
You
trolls.
should tell these people these 2 videos I just sent you, Nick.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what did you send me, Chris?
Their feet videos.
Nothing about the Abbey jump scares.
Oh, the jump scares are fun.
Okay, I know what these are. I better. Okay, so before we end things for tonight, I got to show you these.
You'll like
yeah, you guys will like these. These are funny as hell. These were taken on the Abbey that we were just talking about, Carlos. This was taken.
Abby,
Excuse me, at the Abbey. This was when we investigated it about 2 years ago. That guy show, he's also on this video too. So
one of them has Adrian too.
yeah, Adrian was on it too.
Hey,
So
let me tell you about Adrian.
Hey, you know what? I mean, you're from Philly.
Hey, I
There
am
you go.
from Philly.
You
I
can get
know
'em.
what are you gonna do. I'm from Philly. It's where I live. I grew
Right,
up.
Philly cheesesteak.
I ran up the stairs of the art museum. That's what I do.
Hey, you got to do it. Okay.
There you go, Nikki.
This is the first video. That was a fun investigation that we did. But watch.
Oh,
Let me know if you guys can
Jeremy
hear it.
looks
Let me
like
know if
Chris
you guys-
Christopherson.
What?
Jeremy looks like Chris Christopherson, like a young Chris Christopherson.
It was 2 years ago.
Okay.
Just let me know if you guys can hear anything.
The whole point with the crawling.
It's very low.
Mr. Big Bad Guy.
Yeah,
Very low.
Yeah, it is kind of low, but it will get loud. So bear with it for just a few seconds.
Well, you're there. Of course, it's going to get loud.
The whole point with the crawling, Mr. Big Bad Guy.
Hey, Match.
So we're going to see what happens. And
That's 3 times already, damn it.
dang.
Oh, God.
Good old Jeremy.
Very good. Very
If you're going to have a heart attack, go out that we don't need any live heart attacks.
I'm
Holy
concerned
hell.
because I'm the one that has to clean up the puddles.
I know that's
Yeah, you did, Chris, and I do appreciate that.
Yeah, that's the one that
So
got
we're
him.
going to see what happens. And
Who's the guy on the right?
That was Dennis Allen Batchelor.
Oh,
He's kind of the caretaker. Was the caretaker.
Yeah.
okay.
And then Chris, I mean, the other, he did this to me like 5 or 6 times. He doesn't have all of them, but here was the second video that he sent me. And get this, I was trying to be ready for the next one. I was like, all right, Chris, if you're going to do it, I'm going to be ready this time.
They were
What I
telling me.
didn't expect,
things
what I didn't expect was this. And like I said, like Chris said, Adrian's in the back this time.
Yeah.
Adrian.
Clayton, she is the one who is head of Things of Colorado. And she is also the one who has arranged the investigation here at the Abbey.
Damn it, I was expecting that. I didn't realize it was going to be, it was a different sound.
Yeah, that's enough to scare you.
Yeah, I knew it was coming.
They
I
weren't,
didn't know it was going to
they
be
weren't
a
cockroaches,
different
Nicky, but
sound.
there you go.
Oh, we got it.
Oh,
Together.
God.
It's 4 times.
So,
Yeah, that was the
anyway,
fourth
Lucy here, she was found.
I'm more cryptic about that fucking doll.
Yeah, so I was waiting for it, but what I was not expecting was it was going to be a different sound effect.
Oh, that's what got you.
Yeah,
At
he had
first-
like 7 jump scares on there.
At
I was
first,
like
with
an
the
administrator, so I would just.
No, overall, that was a really great investigation.
looking at Adrian though, at first because of the design on her shirt, I thought she was wearing a half shirt. I was like, what?
I know, right?
I just can't picture her wearing a half shirt.
And that's a bad place to wear one too. There's lots of spiders and crawlies and.
And cockroaches.
Oh God, I hope not. Oh my gosh. No, I got to admit though. I mean, Carlos, I know I hate to say it, but it's like I know this is probably going to be one of those locations you'll never have a chance. But if you found out about it sooner, that would have been a location I would have recommended. Oh God damn it, Nikki.
Yeah, definitely got to check that location when I get situated for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Might have to head out that way.
It's not a cockroach. You just want to say hi.
No, the roaches are bad.
Look, he's cute. He's got a little moustache, Nick. He's not going to hurt you.
Oh, he is ugly.
No, but you...
They're selling the chair from the chair room, Nick.
The what?
The chair from the chair room.
Oh God.
That's tempting to buy.
Yeah, Carlos, I never told you either. I kind of have a fear of roaches, so they use this to my advantage.
I like Tom's hat. It's really nice.
Tom smokes them. I mean,
I don't blame you for having that fear, man. I don't like them either. I don't blame you.
My mom, back when she was in college, she actually rented an apartment. I think it was up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and unfortunately, it was one of those apartments that was overran by roaches, and it was so bad. I mean, they tried everything they could think of to get rid of them, and no matter what they did, they just kept coming back.
Hell no.
They just packed up and left. They left the apartment to the roaches.
Hell no.
Yeah,
Well, I
no,
probably
good.
would have done the same thing. I'm thinking, you know what? You guys win. I'm not fighting this anymore. I'm out of here.
Nope.
Oh, gotta love it. But they're still cute. Look at them.
Oh, you.
Coochie, coochie, coo.
I'm gonna tickle
There
your
you go,
little
Tom.
butt. Your little butt. That's it. I don't know what I'm looking at there. It's a
Hey,
soda with a basketball.
hey, what
Oh,
are
is
you
that a
gonna
beer?
do? What are you
That's a
gonna
Oh,
beer.
do, Bob?
I
Oh,
thought at first it was a popsicle, but I had a closer look. I was like, oh, it's just a bottle.
I thought it was a soda at first. I guess.
A soda.
Or some people might call it a pop. But it's,
That's like a Texas thing down there. We call it pop.
yeah, see, it's
He's a look here.
half of Pennsylvania calls it pop, half of Pennsylvania calls it soda. I'd have to imagine there's somewhere in the middle that calls it soda pop. I don't know.
Or if
Yeah,
you go
like
to Atlanta,
over here,
then
I think I think over here we often I think over here we often refer to it as pop, but you every now and then you do hear someone say a soda.
Yeah, and then there's some places that call everything Coke,
Yeah,
even if it's not a Coke. It could be a Pepsi. No, it's a Coke. No, it's a Pepsi.
It's Pepsi.
yeah. But what happens if you're dealing with actual cocaine? Then, like, what is the difference then between that? Is it called Coke and Coke?
That's right.
What?
Cocaine bear? I don't know.
Give me a Coke and Coke.
Yep.
Jack and Coke takes on a whole new meaning.
Nothing wrong with a good Jack and Coke, man.
Oh no, if it's made the right way.
Coke
Don't
and
get the
Jack.
pre-made Jack and Cokes in the cans. Don't get that. They're just a waste of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta have a real one made with actual Jack Daniels and a Coke.
Yep. Separate instead of together. Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Makes things different.
It
But
makes
then
it
there's
fun.
Nick. Then there's young Nick.
Wait, young Nick? What the hell's that supposed to mean?
Well, there's
You're young.
Well,
You're
yeah.
a young boy.
I mean, hey, what am I gonna do about that? You know, Tom should know.
I mean, Tom's
Well,
pretty close, but
there's also a Nick with a pickle in his mouth too. I've seen that somewhere.
Do you still have that picture,
I
Tom?
I'm looking for it right now.
Yeah. Okay, so while he's looking for it, Carlos, correct me if I'm wrong, but do you guys in Texas have like your own Six Flags in the state?
Yes, we do. We do have a Six Flags.
Okay, yeah, because up here we got one too. We got Six Flags Great America, and
It's called Fiesta Texas.
yeah, that's why I couldn't remember what the one was in Texas was called, but yeah, over here it's called Great America. Next year is actually going to be its 50th anniversary. So yeah, it's been in operation since 1976, and there was once they only did this for like 2 years. This was actually right before COVID hits,
Oh, yeah.
where for just 2 years they actually operated during the holiday Christmas season. It was going to be kind of like with Fright Fest for October. This was supposed to be for the Christmas season, but in this case it was called Holiday in the Park. And my friend Tom McNicholas and we went on one of the roller coasters, and there's a funny picture of us where I'm like screaming in the picture. My eyes are like completely wide open. But that was mainly because it wasn't just due to the fact of how fast we were going. It was freaking freezing outside. I mean, all this air is coming at my face and like hurts. So it's not just a look of
Final Destination.
oh, there's an oldie picture of me. That's me at 15.
What the heck? So like last year?
Last year.
Yeah.
I'm having a
But
problem
you know,
finding.
it's like you'll see my face and I'm screaming because it hurts. But Tom decided to take it one step
That's what she
forward
said.
with the picture, and that's what we're waiting on Tom for is this picture he's talking about.
I'm having a problem finding it. I might have to go into the chats to find it. Jesus Christ.
Oh man, you can't find the picture. Uh oh.
Well, I did clear out my computer at one point. So.
Well, that could be it.
Oh,
Maybe.
But
Nick,
I
look
might
at this.
find it.
Look at that.
Oh my God, that was taken exactly a year ago. That was at my cousin's wedding. That was at the at the reception we had.
yay.
Damn, you're wilding out.
Yeah, I was
So the
having.
tradition is to sing that song, Nick.
What's that?
Their tradition is to sing that song before they begin the investigation.
Which song is that?
The video I sent you.
Oh yeah.
So everyone sung.
Oh wait, Tom.
Video.
Tom, I
What?
found it. I found
Did you?
the picture.
Oh, you
Where
found
is
it?
it?
Yeah, I found. I just went through just the personal chat, and it was right there.
Oh,
I
okay.
found it. Now just give me a
Right
second.
there, Tom.
My Photoshop skills, man.
Great for technical skills.
That would have been a good one for the pickle picture too.
You found it?
Your mouth? No, the one Nikki just showed. Your mouth was already open.
Oh, I'm trying to look for the original picture before I show the new one.
See that one she has? That would have been.
What's that?
Oh, that was from last year. That was at after the pop-up Paracon in Woodstock.
Hey man, I was at Woodstock '99.
Not that not that Woodstock, Tom.
And listen, Woodstock '99 was not as bad as the media would have you think. I actually had a great time.
This in Woodstock
And
'99.
one time at Woodstock, Snoopy got really high.
No,
It
we
wasn't
have-
actually in Woodstock. It was in Rome, New York, but still.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
No, we had,
look at this little Nick.
no, we had what was I, sorry, I almost lost my train of thought. No, we were going to something that was called the Woodstock Opera House, which that was where they were having the Paracon at. And what was really interesting about that location was this is another movie question for everyone. Has anyone ever seen the movie Groundhog Day with
Yes.
Bill
okay,
Murray.
yeah, with Bill Murray in it? That's where they shot the movie, in the town of Woodstock. And I think the Opera House, which is also rumored to be haunted, I think it does make a brief. It's not actually featured in the movie, but I think you could see it in the background.
gotcha.
So I'm just trying to look for what the hell is that noise?
What was that noise?
It's Tom.
It's not me.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
He's like, I'm just sitting here.
I don't know what's going on.
Is it Nikki? Is it
Oh,
Chris?
no.
Is it, who is it?
It wasn't me. I don't know.
What the hell? It's like snorting sounds.
See, I couldn't talk and do it at the same time.
I
Okay,
don't
so
have
it
that
was you then.
No. Nick, I found the original picture.
Oh, you did. If you could share, if you could,
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
yeah, I'll share the screen then, and then I think afterwards, guys, I think we're gonna end things
Wrap it
tonight
up.
because
Yeah,
Nikki,
getting kind of tired.
because Nikki, she's got to run in a couple minutes, and also over here because it's already 12:30, honestly, and since I've been
Well,
done
it's 1:30 here, but I got off to work
yeah,
tomorrow.
but
I got
yeah,
stung by a hornet.
I've done 3 shows. Done 3 shows today, so I'm exhausted.
Whose fault is that?
I believe it.
I'm waiting for another Tom's World YouTube.
Yeah, I've been asking him, Chris. I have been asking him almost every time we've been playing Minecraft. When are we going to see another? When are you going to go live again? Are we expecting this weekend? And when he says no, I'm like, well, who the hell am I going to yell at then?
Yeah. It's
Just saying.
You got the picture, Tom? Or
yeah. It's just my computer's like
Wait.
freezing up a little
Get
bit.
the
Yeah,
right
I'm trying
file.
to send it to you.
Don't want any of
There we
those
go,
Tom
there we go.
fan ones.
There you go.
Yeah, make sure you double check what photos.
This is Tom's something.
Okay,
You
so
don't want to
this
see
is
Tom's cock.
it's not gonna okay,
What
so
do you say?
it doesn't show like the actual full photo, but you'll get the idea when you see this. It's funny as hell. So here,
Oh.
check this out.
Showing the original first.
This is the original first.
Okay.
See if I can zoom in. Oh wait,
There's
I
that
gotta do
noise
it.
again.
What the hell is that? Can you guys see my face in that, or
I don't see the pic. I don't
oh
see.
wait,
No,
I gotta.
can't
You
see
got to
much
bring it
of
up on the
it.
screen.
No, I keep forgetting. I gotta do it this way. I gotta open
There
up.
you go. And then yeah.
Okay, I can see a little bit.
So Nick's on the left.
Okay.
That's Tom McNicholas on the right.
Yeah. And they're on some kind of ride.
It was the Raging Bull roller coaster.
Oh, cool.
And he's like,
Nick is
ah!
Yeah, because it was like I said, it was freezing outside. Like I said, it hurt my face.
I believe it.
Oh, but it
Yeah.
didn't hurt your face as much as the next picture.
Yeah. Oh yeah, just wait till you see this next picture.
Let me see.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Oh
Gotta see
yeah,
before we get off.
yeah. This will
Oh,
be
Nick was helping somebody get off in the next picture.
this will essentially be the last laugh. Oh,
Yeah, you don't want to. No.
Tom, you know it's just funny as I open up a new tab, this just pops. I don't know how far you are from this, but this is in Pennsylvania. Link here says when a dam collapse unleashed a 40-foot wall of water, and I already know what this is, the Johnstown flood.
Oh. I know of Johnstown. I don't
Yep.
think I've been to it.
That would be another good location for you to do an episode of This Is Tom's World because
I don't know how
you
far
can
it is.
actually. Well, I was going to say you could actually go to the former area where Lake Conemaugh once existed and walk around the area.
Conemaugh.
Yeah, like if you walk over there, everything that you're walking around was once water.
Mm.
All right, you got the picture ready, or we good? Or
You said you had the other one.
oh wait, yeah, you're right. Okay, sorry, I'm just getting really tired, guys.
You know, waiting on me, and you're the one doing it.
Huh?
And I'm the one that's been sitting here drinking beers all friggin' night.
Okay, you know what I'm gonna have to do because this is gonna take a while. I am just gonna resend it to myself.
Come
just
on,
so I
Jim.
have it. What the hell is that noise?
hey, Chris.
I don't know.
It's Chris.
Now he's suspecting Chris in the voice now. He suspects you now.
Is that your cock crowing?
Yes, it is. It's my big red cock, as Lois
Okay.
calls it.
All right, I got the picture. You guys
There you go.
ready for
That's
this one?
it. I see it.
Ready?
Oh,
All right,
yeah,
here
I'm
we go.
ready. Oh my God.
That's right. I had Nick sucking me off. You know what I mean? I love it when I'm in Nick's mouth. You know, it's so warm and moist. And
Oh, jeez, Rick, why'd you have to put me? You had to put me in your mouth. I mean, wait, excuse me. No, I got.
wait, because I'm Pickle Rick.
Oh my God, that was funny. That's real.
I'm Pickle Rick Nick. Pickle Rick Nick.
The girls started to get loopy.
That definitely made me laugh.
Why do you always have to be in Nick's mouth? Yeah, you know what, Morty? Don't ask me about that. I really like being in there, and
Don't go there.
Tom.
hey me.
Well, I don't know about you.
Damn
guys.
Taco Bell.
I'm not sure.
On
About
that
you
note,
guys.
guys,
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know about you guys, but I'm starting to get.
KSA, no more Taco Bell for you, eh?
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Nick,
Yeah,
Nick, you gonna
Nick,
close it?
What's that?
Boobies.
Do your
I'm sorry.
speech.
Oh yeah. Was there anything you wanted to say before we head off, Nikki, or anything coming up, or
Not really.
I am.
No.
Oh wait.
Whoa. All right, I'm in.
I don't really have much else to say because, like I said, I'm starting to fall asleep here, so
Same.
I think it's ready
All
to
right,
call.
guys. Have a great night. Thank you for watching Paranormal Perth Chat. Don't forget to look
Boobies.
up Tom's World, Chris's channel, Loca's channel, Paranormal Perth,
Illinois.
Oh yeah,
and
Tom.
have a good night. Bye, guys.
It's
Nick,
nice
want to
meeting
shut
you
it?
Why
again.
is my? I was about to say. Okay, here we go. Hang on.